Hello guys, today I want to talk with you about the company of the moment. Yes, NVDA. So basically NVDA is trading at all-time highs at the moment, around $427. There are a lot of optimism around the market. The S&P 500 is up more than 10% this year. Nasdaq is up more than 30% this year. So it's there are a lot of optimism around the market and a lot of hype around AI, and NVIDIA is the proof of that. NVIDIA is up almost 200% this year, so there are a lot of hypes. But what will be the next move of NVIDIA? So we will talk next though. Let's talk about NVIDIA. So NVIDIA is up a lot this year. Yes, it is an awesome company. There are a lot of innovation around there. They are the most, or maybe at the moment it's the only beneficiary of it's the only producer of chips for the AI. At the moment they will do a lot of money in the next months, few years, but of course they will have a lot of competition, especially from AMD, and it will appear another companies as well, for sure. But the future is bright. The guidance for this year and for the next is increasing a lot. They will have a lot of growth, especially as a company of this size. They are above 1 trillion of market cap, but their valuation, their fundamentals are a little bit icky. They are trading at a PE of around 220, but they will have a lot of growth, so their forward PE is around 40, 41, but it's still a little high. So they have a lot of proof to maintain this valuation. So they will grow a lot. It's an awesome company. Jensen Huang is one of the best CEOs out there. I do really like the company, but at this valuation it's gonna be difficult to prove that and to have a good compound rate for the next year. So, but what are NVIDIA going next? So the answer is no one knows. Even though this valuation is kinda high, they can go even higher. They can trade around above $500. They can go even to $600, because there are a lot of momentum in the market. There are a lot of optimism in the market. We can continue to go higher in the market. So if the market goes higher, NVIDIA will go even higher for sure. But in the .com era, Intel was a high-flying stock. They were trading at a PE above 100, if I'm not mistaken, and you know what happened with Intel. The stock was high, and then there was a crash. And I'm not saying that Nvidia is gonna crash in the future, but it's gonna difficult to continue to go higher. So even when I've done my discounted cash flow valuation, I'm trying to be a little bit optimistic. Their margin will be higher if they maintain their market share, but even though I will come with the valuation around $200, even if my assumptions are true, and if you buy NVIDIA at above $400, it will be compounding around 5% a year. It's gonna be really difficult to make a lot of money, and I don't want to invest in a stock having the risk and only to gain 4% a year or 5%. If you want to invest in stocks, you want to do better than that, better than average. You want to do 10+%, 15%. That's what we aim for. When I do an investment, I always want to do above 10%. It will depend on the risk and the other factors, but it's gonna be difficult to make money. At the moment, if you bet in NVIDIA, you are betting then it's already in their valuation that they will dominate the A market. They will only be the only sellers of ships for all the companies that will invest in AI chips. They will have to increase their margins a lot. They have to basically increase their revenue at a really high compound rate. So in my base case, NVDA revenues 2022 was around $27 billion, and in my base case they will do $212 billion in revenues. So it's almost a tenfold from the next 10 years, which is really high. But I do really believe they can do that. It's really possible, but there are a lot that have to happen there. They'll basically, AI will grow a lot. They will be a monopoly around the manufacturing, not manufacture because they don't manufacture, but they sell ships. They'll be the only player in town. They have to have huge margins, but that's what the market is pricing in on NVIDIA. And if you talk about probabilities, I do not believe that's really I probably think to happen at the moment. So I do believe there are better opportunities out there, and it's really difficult to invest in the hot stocks out there because everyone is so optimistic about the stock. Everyone is thinking that the stock will do a lot better than it's probable. So I do prefer to stay out of that, of hot stocks, and in the stocks that everyone is talking and bullish on. I do prefer to invest in good companies, but when everyone is bearish on that company. So I do believe you want to, for example, if you look into NVIDIA was trading at their old all-time highs around in the end of the 2021 when they were selling a lot of chips for crypto mining and other things, and everyone was so bullish. And in October of last year, no one wants to buy your old chip stock because chip stocks were in a cyclical turn. Their revenues are coming down. Actually, NVIDIA last year they increased their revenue, but if it was not because this AI boom, their revenues will be lower than last year. But they started to sell a lot of chips for AI, so and then they are growing a lot again. So when do you would rather prefer buy NVIDIA stock at their highs or at their lows when everyone was so bearish? Your opportunity to buy NVIDIA stock was when they were trading at their bottom last year at October, when the stock was below $120. Actually, I did bought NVIDIA then, but I did took my profits and I sell it when the stock was close to the $300. Now I know it may be a mistake, but that's my process. And at $300, I do believe NVIDIA was really overvalued. And talking now that the stock is at $427, it's even more overvalued. But the stock can go even higher, but I'm not willing to bet at NVIDIA at these prices. But it's just my opinion. For sure I can be wrong. I was wrong this year because the stock is going higher and higher and higher. Everyone is so bullish, but I'm really good where I am at, and I'm not willing to bet at a stock like NVIDIA. But I do love the company, and the future is bright for this company. But as an investment, I don't know if it is a good investment or not. So I do believe it is not. I do believe there are better opportunities out there. And one thing I know, when everyone is so bullish, it's really difficult to be a really good time to invest in that company. So I hope you'll find it useful. It's our opinion on NVIDIA, and I hope you liked it. So please, if you liked it, subscribe. Bye guys.